Alright, what is up everybody? It's your boy Richie Rich with Let's Get Rolling. And today we got some exciting news for the Ork Codex. Today it was announced that the boys are getting a one bump to the toughness from going from toughness 4 to toughness 5, as well as the Choppa getting -1 AP. We also got a release of the stats for the Beast Snagga boys, and we also got a preview of something called the Uge Choppa. Let's first talk about the +1 toughness. I think +1 toughness is an interesting change from Games Workshop. It seems like they were going the route of just adding one wound to most Astartes and all of the Space Marines. So +1 toughness seems like an interesting way to increase the durability of orcs without taking away their horde feeling. So the +1 toughness I actually think is an interesting choice and I like it. Me personally, I kind of miss 6-inch movement orcs. I would actually have loved to see them getting 6-inch movement. It kind of fits with the fact that they want to get in melee, and honestly, I'm a little greedy. Movement is pretty crucial in ninth edition, but +1 to toughness, we take those. We take those. So definitely not complaining about +1 to toughness. Now another big change is the Choppa. Them getting -1 AP on the Choppa, I think, is huge because now they're doing double the amount of damage that they would do to anything with a 2+ armor save, doing 50% more damage to anything with a 3+ armor save. So this will help the boys really deal with a lot of high armor save units. Overall, I like this change a lot. I think this is a huge buff to the boys. Now we also got the stat line for the Beast Snagga boys. Beast Snagga boys look interesting. I'm not quite sold on them yet. I would love to see what more kind of rules they have. To be honest, fluff wise, I'm not a huge fan. I don't hate it. I love that they're doing new stuff with orcs. I just want to see a little bit more before I make judgment on them. To be honest, looking at their stat line is interesting. I think Beast Snagga boys might be something you would maybe run in trucks. They do have an extra point of strength. Now, one thing that's a little disappointing is that they're at one wound. I mean, yeah, it would have been kind of boring if Beast Snaggas got 2 wounds and they were literally Primaris boys. That probably would be kind of boring. What I'm thinking is they're gonna be just a little bit more expensive than boys. Now, an interesting change is that they actually have +1 to attack hit rolls on vehicles and monsters. That is, I find very intriguing, and maybe these are kind of like melee tank busters. Also, every model in this unit having a 6+ invulnerable save definitely doesn't hurt to have an invulnerable save in this edition. With a lot of the new codexes getting a lot of minus AP, so that 6+ invulno definitely gonna come in clutch. And if when the dice is hot, it's hot. That 6+ save, we definitely take those. Now another thing they squeeze in here is that it looks like a lot of things are getting the +1 toughness increase, and even Gretchen are getting the +1 toughness increase. That I think is very, very interesting because with Gretchen getting toughness 3, I don't think it's going to be game breaking, but the fact is that a lot of lists are running Gretchens, even if it's just as placeholders so that they can get a patrol detachment of grot mobs for the mech guns. I do think that the +1 to toughness on the Gretchens is definitely a step in the right direction if they're going to be keeping Gretchens at 5 points per model. Now, another thing to note as well is that this is not just for boys. It looks like this is a buff for all Choppas. So I'm interested to see how this may affect things like bikers and other units that have Choppas as well. It seems to be a very valuable buff for the entire Orc army, giving them a way to get some cheap melee armor penetration. They also introduced a huge Choppa. I think the huge Choppa is a very interesting weapon in the fact that if this doesn't have the -1 to hit like the Kill Saw or Power Claw, we may see this used quite often. Perhaps it's something that we will see on Beast Snagga boys because that effectively makes them an 8 strength unit. Of course, we're gonna have to evaluate when the point costs come out, but just looking at it just from the stat line, I think it's interesting. A lot of people were a little disappointed with the only the 2 damage, but I will myself reserve judgment until they release the full rules. Overall, very happy with all of these changes. Love to see that the orcs are finally getting some love, and it seems like the Ork Codex is just around the corner, with Sisters being announced for, I believe, this week for pre-order. That means that the orcs are probably not too far behind, which I'm very excited about. Which also means that I'm gonna work a little harder to get my tier list out before it gets totally invalidated. Which that's how it is sometimes, baby. Sometimes you just roll in those ones on life. All right, so thanks for watching this video. The Fast Attack tier list is gonna be out actually tomorrow, but just wanted to make this quick update, give my thoughts on these changes. I'm really curious to see what you guys like about these changes, what you guys dislike. Definitely post in the comment section below. Until next time, you guys keep rolling those dice and just have a great day.